everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this time on Lit Tea Talk. Today we have with us from the UK, Trix Carver. Thank you so much for joining us, Trix.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, so first of all, tell us where you're joining us from.
So I am joining you from Bristol over in the UK. It's in the west part of England. I recently moved here from London back in the summer.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your blog and how you got started and a little bit about that?
I started my blog in October and I was just looking for something creative to do, something to enjoy during the lockdown period. And also I was doing a lot of photography work, and I'm a professional photographer, and I've been working at a few brands in-house. And it turns out if you work in-house, you don't actually own any of the imagery that you shoot. So I was like, okay, I need to probably start from scratch with a portfolio. What do I do every day that I can make something out of? I was like, well, I drink tea every day, all day, every day. So I could probably rummage a few nice pictures together of cups of tea. So I started doing that, and it's just kind of grown from there. I've been enjoying it more and more all the time and having fun with the different features like reels, and I've just started talking more about mental health and positivity as well. So yeah, it's been great. Really enjoyed it so far.
I believe you're an ex-Disney cast member. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so when I was a student at university, you can take part in the Disney International College program. During the summer break, you can go out to the parks in Florida and go and work for a few months. So I did that twice, once in 2015, and I worked at Disney's Animal Kingdom as a merchandise hostess by the Everest ride. And then on my second program in 2016, I was a character attendant at the Magic Kingdom. So I was looking after all of the characters and just having the most magical time. It was the best.
So something else I know that you post about enjoying is letter writing. It's something I love as well, and I've come back to it. I feel like you've been continuing to letter write, but especially during quarantine, I've come back to it a lot. What do you love about the process of letter writing and snail mail?
For about half an hour or 45 minutes, however long it takes me to write, I just get to sit down and kind of meditate on a specific person, which sounds very unusual, but I think there's something really nice about just setting time aside in your day to think about all the wonderful memories you share with that person, or sometimes I've never even met them, and you just think about lovely qualities that you've picked up from maybe a couple of messages they've sent back and forth, or from their Instagram profiles if they've sent me something. So yeah, I just think it's really positive, and just this small act of kindness that you can do. And who doesn't love getting stuff in the post that isn't a bill? So yeah, I like to share a little bit of magic mail. It's nice.
Can you tell us what you love about the tradition of tea, and maybe a little bit about, not necessarily, how you got into it? I'm not really sure how else to phrase that, since probably from almost birth, but I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, of course. So I feel like there are two sides to the British tea culture. So I feel like there's the everyday cup of tea that you have, like the builder's brew. I was explaining that to some of my American friends the other day. It's just an English breakfast tea that's been left in the mug for like way too long, and it's really strong, and a dash of milk, and it's just very invigorating for your day ahead. And then there's the other element of drinking tea here, which I think more of the tourists are interested in, which is kind of like high tea and the tiny sandwiches and the scones, and sort of more of the royal loose leaf blends. And I just think those are delicious. They feel so special. I've been really lucky. Whilst I was living in London, I got to go and have tea at Savoy. I saw Russell Brand there whilst I was having tea, actually, which is quite interesting. I think he was there with his mum. And also like at Park Lane and the Ritz, and just have these amazing, just quintessential British tea experiences. And there's always a house blend that one tea establishment will have. So everywhere's a little bit different every time, but it's just very, very special. And I think it's nice to see it being shared around the world as well. You see people in America or, you know, over in India doing a British tea style in like their own flair, and it's really nice to see.
Can you tell us about what some of your favorite teas are to drink at the moment? I know this can change a lot, but are there any that you're really loving right now?
I'm always a Fortnum's junkie. I love their teas, like I love their royal blend and their afternoon blend, so delicious. And also I've been sampling all of the me teas from their new British small company that send teas right to your letterbox, and they've got 8 loads of lovely different styles of tea, and I've been doing a shoot for them, so I've been able to try every single one of their teas over the weekend.
Can you tell us about your business, Acute?
I started my BA in photography in 2013 and then did it as a master's degree as well, all in London. Around the time that I moved to Bristol, I decided I was going to leave in-house photography and set up as freelance, and that's been really great. I've been able to shoot from my little home studio and work with some great small businesses. And also I've been able to start doing social media content creation for other brands as well, which has just been really exciting. I think if I told myself I'd be in this position like a year ago, I would never have believed it.
One of the things that drew me to want to speak with you after looking at your Instagram is your focus at Tea With Me around positivity and mental health. And can you just talk about why that's important to you and how you got to the place where you decided that that's what you wanted to focus on?
There's so much content around there which is really positive, but I think we hear this phrase more and more all the time, is toxic positivity, where everything is fine. It's just, you know, pick yourself back up again, you'll be fine. I felt like I needed a corner of the internet where it's positive, it's someone, you know, gearing you up for the day, but then if you're having a bad day, that's fine. Like if you want to sit on the ground for a while, I'll come sit with you on the ground and, you know, I'll just be there for you. So I try to communicate that as best as I can through trying to be honest about my mental health and just making people feel like, you know, I'm having a rough day, you're having a rough day. It's okay. We can all be open about it.
Well, it was so wonderful speaking with you, Trix. I love seeing what you're doing on your Instagram, and we'll make sure that everyone has a link to sign up. And thank you so much for joining me on Lit Tea Talk today.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed getting to meet you.